Hi guys, welcome back to the Global Mosaic. Today we're in a different location, Tiripanonzipa Ferry Cafe, a new restaurant in Grendel, Pakampinsa, number 181 Accurate Road, right? Yeah, it's like an interesting topic. It came from one of our viewers, Manamdik Anonzi Shanash. Shout out to you, Shanash. She asked me, Theo, don't you think language affects our culture or the way our identity and culture, right? So before we get into it, let me introduce you to our special guest today, Pastor Joy. Pastor Joy is my very good pastor. My mom, my sister, my friend, my everything. This is Pastor Joy. Torina Maroi, my father, my little brother, my big brother, my everything. Everything. But anyway, so guys, how do you think Kuti language affects our identity in culture?
Yeah, it's very interesting because it literally affects us in various ways. You know, unonzwana itizvoni vanhu vanotaura vakadai very soft. People from this who speak this language are very soft. I'll give you an example. We used to be told in the UK, kuti Shona people are so gentle. You know,
Shona people in the UK.
In the UK.
That's what they believe.
That's what they believe. They're so gentle. And the Titans takapusa. You know what I'm saying? Because they've been used to hearing Nigerians who have got a thick accent.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So Nigerians are actually, hello, how are you? You know? It's aggressive. Whereas we will be saying with our timidity, hello, how
How are you? Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So people then think, the Zimbabwe are very soft and gentle.
Yeah.
But when I go to Tony, you know.
Yeah, true. But okay, fine. We're just saying Shona in general, it brings out one very soft. Right, that's why that's why it's kind of UK they believe Kuti Zimbabweans are soft. Are we agreeing on that?
Yeah, well, I think it's that one thing that's not one size fits all, and that within, and this is like for every culture, within you have the good ones and the bad ones, the soft ones, the aggressive ones. You know what I'm saying? But I think language, when you are outside of your comfort zone, when you're outside of if I'm in Bulawayo, for instance, everybody there is speaking Ndebele. There's a certain type of culture that comes out with that language.
With the language, yes. Yes, true.
So when I'm out there, me being a Shona person, the way I come across is very different because I'm responding to how this language is ministering to me.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But can I do team yangu manje? Makto kuda manje ga Shona muga makuda ghetto Borodeuchi and again it brings a different culture.
Yeah.
So I think when you are outside of your normal parameters, not Vazatongo.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. It makes a lot of sense. 20. Fun is all.
Language art. I think certain language, maybe we can help each other with even my language akambotanga timbodzoka zvakatangira tiona kuti malanguage akatanga sei also zvamazvitaura pastor kuti vamwe vari soft especially mashona Nigerian are soft chii chakashepa matauriro avanoita also language yacho yakabvepi ndoground ndinosotoka kutanga handizivi kuti inatosip language yakabvepi
Ndinofunga tora ndopindura same person.
Well, biblically, when they were trying to build the Tower of Babel,
Nancy.
They were trying to build the Tower of Babel, they were united. No, these people are too united. Let me confuse them. So each one was speaking their own language. You know what I'm saying? But not knowing what we were all at 1.1. The continent was just one place, fast my countries and all that. So I don't know about the history of languages. I mean, in Zimbabwe, we've got what, 27? No,
Languages.
there's more than that, actually. We apparently in Zimbabwe we have got the largest number of dialects in Zimbabwe. Can you believe it?
It is, yeah.
Across Africa or
No, yeah. Google.
South Africa.
Google.
Serious?
We've got a lot of mixtures. Remember? South Africa yakapinda muno mandibela
Nemabantu.
Banzwata yakapinda muno Malawi yakapinda muno saka tinesana kumakore kore machi we've got a vast number.
It seems as if everyone Arimo Africa is in South Africa. Most of South Africa. Tose kubva ku Nigeria, DRC, Congo, and Zimbabwe. Most of South Africa. If you want to consider what you're saying, South Africa is not going to end.
No. But remember, in South Africa, these guys have come now when the language and all that has already been set. If you remember, if you see the history of Zimbabwe, antatakabatana ne Zambia, Nyasaland, nechipasina zokuti Zimbabwe ichi. So that's why you see, for example, in Mozambique, on the outskirts of Mozambique, they speak Shona. Kuboda kwesa kubantara fluent Shona because they listen to Zimbabwe radio.
I see fluent Shona. Nunda kabogarako. Ishona danda. Shona danda.
Yes, and uma private school.
Yeah, but in any language, yeah, shauya mai.
What comes simple?
For language, I want to take my history as a Musoni. Musoni, when I'm Musoni, it is believed to be Arabs. And they have Musoro. And they're tracing us through, we pass through the Swahilis. And it is believed to be Shona. Swahili. Because Swahili, not only words, a word, a Shona. If you go to Tanzania, Kenya, etc. This is a word. This is a word. It seems as if in Africa we speak one thing differently. Even in Bantu languages, they're the same. Saka, isus makaranga isus. Chinotita kuti ticheseto kusaurumbo inyaya kuti takatorwa zvinhu zvedu.
Kuzurumbo wedu
pa South Africa.
Kuzurumbo wedu zvapinda baba.
Ndikuda kuti
zona timakisa
pakutaura unhafu
ukuti asinge tiri soft ndopa tinozonzi tiri soft tambura
takaita varanda for a long time.
Yeah.
Saka we actually respect people. In fact, we fear. If fear
but if you check when say mashona was violent, I think fight each.
You know what? I remember Zimbabwe.
Yeah.
You know, you can't buy but on immigration. She don't talk some Zimbabwean out. And did you where's some Nigerian out? Name South African. And did you immigration officer yango ba Nigerian ato kunika to. South African names job na sara wakagara.
Pozone.
Hotinochka. That's what I saw. Chichinozoitika. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think it comes from what he's saying, Kuti. We were oppressed for so long.
Yes.
The South Africans were oppressed for so long. You know, you know what I'm saying? So maybe that brings the timidity in us.
So we're saying
where we've come from.
So it's not our language.
Isu takapambiwa. Isu tikatorwa zvese zvedu madzimai akanaka chichi takatorewa tikasara tiri varanda zvarume zvindonda madzimai akashata tikasara izvi ukagara nawo rume rwachiti blawa yakapenga iya zvadzi dzedu zi vanhu vedu mandevere chacho hanonaka ndotokutaura chokwadi
vanhu vedu vakatorwa
ukangonzwa unonzwa ndinonzi mupofu ndonzi nyoyo makaranga kewe ukaenda unoona Numalo original Ndebele people.
Ana mtlangu
from the
Ndebele.
Vakashata vanhu vacho. I'm telling you.
Kwana 20.
Vana ndinozati munorondo, just a quick one. Munorondo. Vakangouya ndobva vati dzvanyirira sinokuiswa pachikona. Kunzi avo vakanaka ngavauye kuno. Mayellow bone hose ndobva adi atorwa. Saka vakasvikawo.
Oh, right.
Wasara zvatasiwa zviri ndoda. Zvarume zvikatorwa kumwe zvinoshatawo. Siwa na Astra wasiwa leswo. Yes. Saka takangosara tichingori vanhu taingova vanhu vekutapwa. Even up to now some of us havasati vabuda munyaya iyoyo. Chero pabasa chaipo munhu anyazokuteerera chaichaya mushona. And also inini I want to believe kuti mashona it's difficult for us to adopt to other languages handizivi kuti zvinofamba sei.
No, maybe inyaya kuti iwe uri mushona unotambudzika kubata shamsiti mundevela anogona kutoudza kuti shona yakaoma.
Hazvisizvo tora statistics. When it comes to English mandevela akawanda chero asina chikora anototaura chirungu. But iwe une degree yako ukatora chirungu towa panero kuseka.
You see, even munoseka mandevela vaseka.
But is that not because of the fact that the Ndeveles, for example, when they come here, we say they need to speak Shona.
Yes.
So they are forced to learn our language. But it's just when we go there, we say, others speak to me in English.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? We don't want to learn. I know people who've lived in Blowe for years. They don't speak Ndebele. They just know the one or two words and whatever because they don't want to learn it. But if Mandebele come here, we force them that they either have to speak English or Shona. You know what I'm saying?
No, you see,
so
it's not like we force them.
English speaking is because of that.
It's not like we force them, but if you go to Blawai, there's a lot of Shona speaking people there. When I went to Solus, I learned in Solus. You also learned in Solus. It's in Blawai. But then there was a lot of Shona people there. There's a lot of Shona people there, right? So you can't learn when you are in an environment you're not about Shona. You should have Ndebele. But when they come here, Mandevele kuno kumashona. Everywhere you go, it's just Shona.
But is it not? We just don't want to adapt. Okay, let's give an example. A Chinese person, and they come. Some have interpreters, and but along the lines, Vano did a certain word so that they know what they say. You get what I'm saying? They start speaking Shona so that they can understand what's going on. We don't do that. We feel, you know what? I speak this. Tinevana and who learn in private schools who are Shona. And but they don't speak Shona. They only speak English.
Yeah.
Because their parents, Makakura Washtaura Shona. Yes, not now that I've made it. Mwanangu akuenda kunana cheese nanachi ngari kutaura Shona.
That's where I was coming to. But if you check, culture yavo is not Zimbabwean culture.
Yeah. But we've adopted the American culture.
They have adopted the American culture.
Yeah, but you know what, Ka? Even if we look at you, we cannot say this is Shona culture. This is American culture.
Pastor Joy, tepeka chuma, tepeka zuma.
Vanopeka zuma varipo. Chinenge chakangura ichi chuma ichi. Ichi makava mati right. Ma Americans yese ma rappers ma chi andika. Ndo zvavanenge vakapfeka izvi.
But for me this is not culture. This is not my identity. I'm just wearing it to look nice.
Yeah, but then you know what? Wearing things to look nice ends up shaping your identity.
No, because let me tell you this. Pane vanonziva pane maskr, vanopfeka drip. Even if you talk to them, they are different from us. Vanonga vakapfeka maziboots, mangwani makala, mazibrugu, and mazipockets, overpeka. Exactly, senge dressing yana what? Right, you see they are dressing. But now it's totally different. My identity ne avoka. Zvakatos. Ivo vakamira vachitaura vega unyasona kuti ava vanhu of the same class. Inini ndikasvika ndikapinda ipapo. It's either I have to adjust or they have to adjust. Kuti tipindira. You understand?
But and I want to be different. Don't want money language. You know what? Whatever is now far. We are now far away from our culture when it comes to language. izvezvi ndiri kutotraya kuti nditaure chikanga nechirungu ndanzwa vachiita kusvipa
usatedzera anga asiri muno
ndoramba kuti ndinosvipa hangu achiro
ndozvekuratidza
so zviratidzwa so ndiri kuti mwana achitozvarwa izvi achitoenda kuecd in fact asati enda kuti siye ecd chimwana changu chino chitori patv izvezvi chitotaura chichitoona kokomelo
Exactly.
mfano wangu inini almost unomzea 2.9 2 years man but accent anorova so kuti ndimudavire ndototsva kudisturba
chirungu chake chari kuzvidzira
ototanga futi chirungu saka kuti tizokwakwanura munhu uyoyo tichimupfoyera mutauro wedu chinobva taremerwa
hamuchatomboiwe nenyaya yacho hamuiwe
ndosaka uyu anga achitaura achiti nechirongwa kuchita isikaut
haisi
wati azvitaridza identity yangu vozoda kuchena that's identity now
aiwa
how you are identified
Exactly.
unoona saka
takaona ukapfeka something else ka toti
saka zvuma zvedu isusu zvairohwa nana mbuya nana nakaguri hazvisi izvo zvaona zvesvo kune zvuma
zviri kuivhuvha vanga vachazombosvika
and that was their identity.
Yes.
If you look at Nigerians, vanti my chief, the titled men, anenge akapfeka chuma chakadai.
yes
so they're maintaining their culture right?
They're maintaining their culture.
inanga ndinoraisa culture ndokunobvisa hangu izvezvi
Isusu, I think what affected us was the colonization. If you look at the West African countries, I grew up, all right. I grew up in a private school. Actually, my private school. And we were not allowed to speak Shona. All we were allowed to do was speak English because didn't follow your room.
so you need to be able to communicate now
In our school, the whole junior school, were only 15 blacks.
what's over
So, anyway, so we're only allowed to speak English. Now, I was surrounded by Europeans. My Europeans are cheni in their culture. When I was 7, my mom died. My teacher was, oh, so sorry, Joy. That's so sad. Your mom has died. But you know what? It is well. It's going to be fine. Yeah? We don't cry. I didn't cry at my mother's funeral. You know what I'm saying? My dad says, oh, she strengthened me. But no, it was shaped by where I was.
okay
You get what I'm saying? Saka, now, it's the same thing that, okay, so now they're listening to American music. And so everything they do is that. Now, where we're now losing our culture now is as parents. Inini mwanangu ndakadzisa kuti munoti pamusoro insati manje. Handiti? Pamapesa mungavantara chirungu, vasati vadya vandoti pamusoro.
Sanji, pamusoro in it.
We speak proper English. Yeah? But I've taught them. Things in our culture. Mapedza. You know, munoti mwana kangu ade maita basa. You know? But kari kuziva kuti ndofana kutenda ndapedza kudya chikafu. You know what I'm saying? So I feel kuti yes, language to some extent, you know what, affects our culture. But to a certain extent, it's how, as a parent, I teach my child. There's a time I taught my first son Shona. We spoke to him in Shona Chete. 100% Shona Kumba. 3 years old. He goes to a nanny. Yeah? As you guys, that was his first time away from talking on our room.
Okay.
When he came back in the evening, I saying, "Hi, Mom."
Same day.
Same day, and that day we lost it.
Yes.
Mom, Dad, Zatopera.
Even didn't get room was the
You know.
Makuti ayinai amundinya zisa achimborwa achimomira kuti chimbomai atomira
mangu makangozara mafrutu.
Anyway, today it's cocktail Wednesday. It's Ferry Cafe. Ndosaka tura cocktails. Mati munoda zichinhu chiri fruits, mapuwa mafruits. Munopuwa order yenyu sematarura maita.
Ndo problem yangu isu vanhu vatema.
Hamugotsikana mutende.
Basi ndaita kuzi. Tichita kuti tinoti fambei panyaya yedu. Ndinoona kuti language sure inozvidriver inotibvisa paculture because patakacolonizwa isusu takatocolonizwa, that's when we lost it. Because how you speak you unotoda kutrace nekubehave zvinoenderana nematauro hatikona chishishina wakapfeka nhepe wakapfeka nhepe achitovhunduka. Saka the more we move away from our original language tinenge tichitozatsika zvakanyanya. Like I've seen these guys vanobva kuamerica ndakabhoizi kubva kuamerica mapfekero avo nematauro batman what vachitaura yanyoza kuti uyu haachadzoki. Civilization, globalization actually affected us. Saka language kuti izvezvi ndichitanga ndichinoenda kubulawayo ndakamboenda out paitwa imwe event wadaina shamwari dzangu tichiri boys ndokatasvika waone mabheri ini ndokutanga kutsemura zvekumasvingo chedi shamwari yangu ikanitora pasaidi ikati aba munini hazvisiwaro because hapana anga achandifarira
Serious?
ndanongotaura rimwe shoko jiganda ndatonoti shwaka ndikutobuda nekutoita izvozvo mangwana ndakatonga ndichitodzidza kuti saka ndinofanirwa kuzviendera sei kana ndiri mubulawayo. And moment yautanga uzvo environment yototanga kuchinja language. Watochinja language makapfeka side pocket
Kupfeka side pockets.
rowa yakapombi motodira kapombi
Even if shake dressing dzakasiyana.
Paunodzokera kumusha it's language tirikurama effects elanguage. Paunodzokera kumusha kwaka vanonota is changed.
Yanotoona kuti uyanga asiri.
Saka controlling our
accent
preserving our original language. Dai takagona izvozvo tingadi takagona kuchengeta culture in everything, even in dressing. But colonization yakauya yakatisa pakona yakatorera chipikiro kuti upangokonewa chete au excel in life. Uchaona kuti chirungu chaichacho ina ndidi kutaura chirungu izi ina nditodeka ndidewa chirungu but ndinotomanikidzwa kuti nditochitaura nekuti kuinterview uchavunzwa nechirungu. Ukatarisa kuchechi kwenyu kwesabata ndombotevera neni panozwai pamaplatforms enyu akaita sana city center.
Watu uchechi kwani?
Kwenyu anomusabata
kuiwa uzi
handizvadai unoona vafundisa novachiparidza ikoko vane vachinzi vafundisa vaya vanoparidza vanhu vachigona chirungu chero pasina shoko rama akagona chirungu wacho excel. Saka language kudiversify kwairi kuita nokukwira kwairi kuita inotifita musociety iriko mazuva ano. Ini chimwana changu handitomboduka chitombotaura kuti magokoko chikaranga chini chokumusha
audi
handina kuzvinzwa chinosara akamunda iko zvino yava yanhake
but I think
you'll be left out. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, Zimbabwe is very small. And there are countries like which are sustaining themselves. Let's not go to the Western countries. Let's just go South Africa.
Right.
And South Africa is so diverse, and within the culture they have different audiences for the different languages, which can sustain what they do. Unoyenda from South African channels, find the Afrikaans channel, and Zulu, and they are doing movies, soaps in their languages because they can sustain it. We are too small, and so we are forced to do English. When we ask for, you want to reach the different the levels in the society, Saka, you are forced to have to get an atomic because Manawango won't listen to you. You get what I'm saying? But whereas South Africa, they no, I want. timazvi zvino manje nekuda kwedu kutasa kuona zvimamovhi nezvimasoap zvekusouth africa takutonzwa uchizulu chaona because wanenge waneta nekuverenga maningiri aya wakuda kutodzidza but I believe it's because we are so small. You know what I'm saying? We all our mwana wese yezvino is growing up to with the hope that I'm going to leave Zimbabwe. Chero vanhu vakuru vakati toda kubva kuZimbabwe. Do you know what I'm saying? Saka how when I go out there ndisingagoni chirungu.
But you shouldn't leave Zimbabwe. You should come to Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe is developing.
Chizvedza kuti tingotera zvese zvese inhamo nhamo chaizvo nhamo ukatambura ukaona vamwe uchidetseka kuziva ese zvatinoita kutambura ukaenda kuSouth Africa you're forced to learn their language ngozoda basa kutozoti kutsvaka basa kuti
vanogona chirudzi chavo
nhamo chaichaendesa kuti tingokabika zvese zvangu changosvika nacho inhamo imwe inoita tingotaura zvese zvese so tisina nhamo vanogona sina nhamo they are not worried with how they actually enjoy chero vasingadi kuzvidzidza ndozvoita vanhu vakarongeka iwe ukatopinda muamerica muyamba nototanga kutokorekta accent yako unototanga kutodii kuti ufite reason being ndiwo mutambo you have to fit their grade and class even chero in South Africa South Africa chaichai kuti zvitofamba dzidza ndevele uchita mapinda dza ndevele ukaenda kupolokwane dzidza penyu ukaenda Cape Town you should know Africans.
So panapa we are agreeing kuti language affects it shapes our identity, our values and our culture. And it's
but to a certain extent, yes.
By the way, it's also we don't know. We stand to be corrected. Cannot be wrong by anything we are saying. We just putting this on the table and hoping it can have an educational impact on someone who's listening, who's watching. But then anyway, okay, fine. Tawira kuti imi mama musikutaura zvelanguage imi mamutaura zvema different tribes and different
okay so language how language shapes my identity anditika inini for example when I grew up I didn't speak Shona because I grew up in a school that we don't speak Shona. My dad was a headmaster. So him being an educationist as well, he's teaching his students English. So I'm learning English as well, you know. Then I left the country for university outside of Zim. Because I spoke English, for me, I felt kuti shona. You know what I'm saying? Which meant kuti kujrasadza. Lacto chibalance because ndechechi mashona vanhu notaura shona. So I used to not eat those foods. You know what I'm saying? And I speak English. We do English things. You know what I'm saying? You know, I don't eat that. When I went abroad, I realized because I then met the West Africans. My goodness. And they're asking me, what is your staple food? And I'm saying rice. And they said, no, we want to know, what is your food in your country? No, that okay, we have sadza, maize meal, with a stew or chicken. Hatina, I didn't know that kuna zvinhu zvakaita kuti sadza remunga chicken. I didn't know that. I knew white sadza. Now I looked very silly. That is a goosey soup, a vegetable soup, a watermelon soup, and you're like, and they are kids who are speaking British, you know what I'm saying, are eating those. And when they leave their English accent, they're speaking their Yoruba, their Igbo. At home, my West Africans, vanotaura chirudzi chavo. So now I had to rethink and rewind kuti by the time I came back here, all those foods now were things that I love, and I taught my kids, this is our African food. Just spaghetti and cheese, guys. That is not us. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's really, now I thought I was English. I'm a black. You know what I'm saying? Because of the fact that I don't speak Shona. Saka, in a way, it brings out the language you speak, brings out it's kind of like in the one choose, I would know. In the knows. Though patinos on one man, I single go, we have to I still knows, I think because outside plans, actually, who knows? Yes, I to go,
Kuchitawa.
because I feel good to fit in with this crowd.
I have to be like this.
Slay queen. I need to speak a certain language.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Could you fit him couch slay queen? Right. No, we get it. So we're saying language shapes our values and our identity. Zvakafanana ne ndape anoita zvekubhomba vaya masuicide machi
Muslim.
ukangonzwa munhu achitaura chimuslim, that's what you think of already. Vamwe vacho vamwe havatombozviiti, but ukangonzwa munhu achitaura chimuslim mundege, ukanzwa munhu achitaura muslim krisheti tosvika togona tosvika. Ukanzwa murasheni achitaura chero ari the very sweet say matauriro ake angori zvezve chimwe chitoni chimwe chacho kunza kuti maybe toda kutorwa, toda kuita fight. That's how they are. That's their language and their identity is vanhu vehondo. Handizii ndingaiti hondo iri kana ndichii. Then kuzouya emashoni ekuti hanzi vakataura kunzi vanhu vakapusa vari too soft, handiti. So language is our identity. Language is also our culture.
But it's how you choose. It's how it's you know. I know of someone. Akakura kusanyati. Anditi. Aidza kusanyati achita sei hangari mushona akakwana. Asanya achingutaura chirungu chekuma reserve chachi. Went to high school. Anditi. He made the decision. Kuti ainini zvekutaura ndichida isora zvinondilimita. Handiti ndora machi identify wanana Astra. But in the document wanana Tom. Handiti. So he trained himself. Makamza aitaura so akuza mamfungo takadzira kumushayi. You know what I'm saying? So that, you know what, for where I'm going, for what I want to do, I need sometimes to change. I'm not doing it but I'm doing it for survival. If I'm going to work in the UK, how do I work in the UK and say you know what I'm saying? All right. All right, my COS, they will take your name, it's fine. But I don't want to be identified as Munangwe as a Kiri. I want to work in an office. I've got a law degree. I should work as a lawyer. What do I need to do? I need to change the. I cannot understand what she's saying. It's just not Americans. You know, so sometimes you are forced to, so that you can fit in where you're going, so that you can excel to go somewhere. You know what I'm saying? If I want to be a presenter, I want to journalism, they are taught a language. They say my journalists are the same way. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's Aripa ZBC, Aripa CNN, there's a way that they speak. So you will identify who you are journalist to. So sometimes we are forced into it.
So we allow ourselves to lose our culture so that we excel in life. Is that what you're saying?
Wow. You won't go stop because I think I can change my language and I haven't lost my culture.
Mambo you lose though for some time.
I lost for some, but then I think
but shouldn't today go see a language. If it is not see language, it is the value that comes with that language that you want to learn. If Shona is your language, you could tower up
no, but then you can have Shona who's not that.
There is no any way you're going to preserve culture by Chingora Batini culture. What do I benefit? It should come with benefit. Because that character that is maintained. Because that is not colonized. I get it. However, you come and Vaka language. And it. Anyone who was survive and promote. vaifanirwa kudzidza language and zvakatotanga namabishops nevamaprista vanhu vakatanga kurekrutwa panyaya iyi vanhu vakadzidziswa chikristu ndo vanzi vavafundisi.
Even my dad was an interpreter for British missionaries.
You see,
He speaks the Queen's English.
ndo vanzi vavafundisi ndo vakava neinfluence towards even royalty family ndo vaitumwa kundotaura ndo vaibatsira fundi nointerpreter because vanga vatodzidziswa iwo vaiona vhali yekuti kana ndikagona chinhu ichi ndatorarama just like nowadays unotoona kuti vamwana chinhu chine vhali talenda randinaro like our musicians talenda akaipa vana ngwere vaya handi kuti ugochinja kuti ngwere muchirungu aichaiti music yako yotogumira kubhari unozvoona saka hatisi kuprogressa in life because our language in a value society yet our society
is very small.
Saka Bob Marley mane chinhu aruka zvikadaro vane munhu ari kubikita munhu ari kubikita zvinozosa Bob Marley but Bob Marley haana kubva mane shona.
Exactly.
Why mane chinhu we see language comes with the value kana shona isina value ichingova ngoti ndigona nomorosa sekuru kuti vamuka sei nekuti pamusoro ipasadza zvichishandi kwandiri ndotodzidza iyoyo inondisvitsa kumusoro.
So I think the question becomes our language tongoti susu our language our Shona language, is it evolving, is it progressing, is it of benefit to me? Then in Shona pa A level, where is it going? You get what I'm saying? Yes, now there's a country, I think it's Uganda or something. You know what I'm saying? I could be wrong. But what they've done is they've recruited teachers from here in Zimbabwe to come and teach their teachers English, because all along they were speaking in their language. You know what I'm saying? Sakatongo this is to teach Shona and this everything in Shona. But vanhu struggle kuita sei kubuda panzapo, and as investors are coming in, they're struggling to work because they're not speaking English. So what are they doing? They are teaching their teachers English so they can go and teach in English.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's like because it means as your country, you're not going anywhere.
I understand.
You're not going anywhere. So where is our language going?
Your language ukaenda kuchikoro inindi all level.
I know already. Incha ndikupika from you guys kuti it's fine. Ngatiluze culture iyoyo because language yacho inenge iri kuti sweet.
All right. Inini ngandise aunotira zvakanaka asi into kuti during the old days tichina maleaders edu pasina zvimwe zvakavamanikidza kupinda vamamadhira vakazopinda language yake ine value uruzvo waitoziva kuti timu yekwanini maitowanirana nekuda kwekuti maitoyemura mararamiro avo nekugona kupreseva kwavakaita tsika yavo but unfortunately pakazouya a-competitor because malanguages are a competition. Pakazouya a-competitor which is English. Manjeri paakauya nebhantu hatina kuafectwa straight vakaona kumasvinga vangozana vachitaura zvakanaka zvavo nekuti vaiona vanhu vakaipa nekuti vanga vachitapa isusu but pakauya varungu with religion christianity takaona vanhu vakanaka varungu vanangouya akavakabata fusi vakatumira forward team yavo yamamissionaries ndobva vanosvika ndobva vanoita cool down mhepo dzosataya nadzo ndobva tamvisisa tikati yes ava ndivo vanhu zvanzi vati uyu muprista uyu ndiwo chakutaurirai nyaya dzino kwatiri nekuti utoripindura mwari uye kwamaiti musika vanhu muprista uripindura mwari vanhu ndobva vatoshanda. By so doing, society yakatanga kuriyemura zvakauya navayana so that yaiwana mabenefits nokuti hembe ndo padzakauya bhutsu ndo padzakauya saka iwe waitofosa kuti utombogona wakada rimwe ukatera vabereki vedu isusu vabereki vadhara vakare hakuna singagone chirungu vadhara vapera vaita chirungu kusvika vachiita chiraparapa kudzidza chiraparapa when the white people were trying to adjust the language so that they can meet our own language ndobva chaita chiraparapa chiya chekuti ndikuti ndaimbochigona kuti chaitinakidza vazvirudziswa kudaro varungu isu takakirita imwe language inozonzi chiraparapa tisu tinokwira. Saka uchanoti vana baba vedu vaitogona kana chirungu chedu vana bushiti vaya chirungu chakareka chikaira vakomana vatapwa ndochirungu mawedzi wavo ari very popular kuvanhu vakare. Saka isusu manje mugeneration yatava inoi varume hatichagoni kutochikontrola chonichi. We can talk about it but we will never ever control.
No, we can. Isusu patiata vana inansana nomwana.
Kuna ini nguwa yangu kwinde Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. But I think that we can then make a decision, Kuti. Like this is the decision that I've made that we've made in my home. My kids speak English. They're gonna go English university, they go to English private schools and all that. But I'm also teaching them our culture. You get what I'm saying? That pane sika. Sika from our culture that we continue through. I would want but my sons and they say, when I get married, my wife has to do that for me. Do you get what I'm saying? So there's certain that are good, that build a home, that help that we need to teach our children. I may teach them my culture in English, but I'm still teaching them the culture. You don't just say, hi, or you don't even come down from your bedroom to greet them. Come and greet them. Even if you can't greet them in Shona, you're going to get there and shake their hand and say, how are you, sir? Do you know what I'm saying? The good culture seeker. And now we are now saying, oh, I think there's a separation that we can do between the two. Yeah, that we can still, you can teach your child to say thank you.
But in language yechirungu zvatirungotaura kuti ukango da language yawo wakutozviassociate.
As a parent, I can still teach myself. All right, let's say the American culture. American culture. Mwana ndizwa kunzi kuti anofana kuti sir or ma'am achitaura neyingo. But now there's then that yo bekuti vanatsika iyoyo. You get what I'm saying? That kuma British you can actually, there's the ones that are talking in English. If you go to the outskirts, there are kids who are taught culture. You greet a person when you meet up with them. I'm saying, no matter what language I embrace, I can still teach mana, sika, and culture.
The language native.
It's like saying, what I think, for example, isusu tozauti tichikura isusu at a certain age mwana musikana vanogona south handiti because tiri kumutraina kuti paachazoroorwa achagona kubika handitika. There are some parents who are still teaching their children that. There are some now who have said that anenge aina maid, anenge aina chi. What they didn't realize is kunzoga maid. When they go overseas now, those kids are now struggling because they don't know how to cook. You get what I'm saying? I'm speaking English, but I can still teach you values, good values. That's often that. In your family, what are the values you stand by? And I want to values. They will be lost in a culture that they don't know. You know what I'm saying? But we have to instill that in them.
So, okay, fine. It's good to learn Mangma languages so that you don't have communication barriers and everything. But then as a parent, you are supposed to, it's your responsibility to make sure that mwana wako even arukudidza Mangma languages ngachiregedza kurasa culture ye native language yake. And it.
Yes.
But interesting. Ashuguri. azuri because katasa kuchikristu chao ndakapinda chechi 13 chechi kuda shipina meni shikuda shipina meni uchana noti even kuchechi vakomana vanototaura chirungu chacho chakawanda mukurumbira kudarika vasingatauri. I've seen that even when I was at Solusi. Solusi is a school of theology as well. Mapasita ekusava ndanditisolva but maitoona kuti vakomana vanopiwa naMwari chaiko chaiko vaikundikana kundoparidza papulpit.
That's language barrier.
That's what I was saying.
This is language. It's got nothing to do with culture.
I'm coming there. Then by so doing, vakomana vaya vasingatauri chirungu vaya, though even vanga vari gifted, chakato affect vanhu vavo kuenda kumberi. And even we saw others being promoted and raised from their positions because of the language. Even patakaziya munyika muno mamiri azvireketedzi zvakatoita izvezvi ndo the same structure ndekuti when you are not good at this language uchingova mukaranga chete hapana any attraction yekuti I should speak in Shona so that I get this. Saka zvinobva zva-affect our mindset. Even when I want to speak Shona and maintain the culture yedu, vandichiona kuti uko kune maguta I move.
No, you at kupikisa.
You know what? Let me say what you said. I feel that there's this saying if you want to hide anything from a black person, put it in a book.
Right.
Because we don't read. Our Shona books are very limited in their content. My Shona books my novel nemachi anditika tinarutaura ngano dzanaturona gudo anditika o ari kutaura nyaya yezveubungi wedu our culture anditika but English, math book rekuchikora kanyora nechirungu. So now, if you don't learn English, you are limited in what you know. The knowledge that you have is very limited. But Cocomelon is teaching your child, listen, there is this, you can say A, B, C. Asingona Cocomelon, Chova, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Sakatana is about 2 up who you are good at in ginger apple, Narutena Cocomelon. Who would I listen to? Who you has got nothing to offer in conversation. Hana content. And so that's where the limitation then comes in. Can I order a cocktail? Right, pane drink chanamboona so tangozara zvinhu zvimwe zvazvia amene zvimwe zva black auto blueberry nonzi nechona
blue tema
you know what I'm saying? So you are limited in your vocabulary.
Aiwa, tikutaura the same thing but uri kutipikisa because tiri kuti chirungu ngachidzidzwa munhu ngaane chirungu so that aite communication but oramaini culture yechishona chakuti chakuzvigadzirisa so chinzwa
pachakatodzidzwa vakomana vachiuya ndo pakatotanga kugagarisika.
Exactly. Atina,
do you know what? Let me tell you this. Chinhu chakaita kuti Tower of Babel read a problem. It was one language. It was one language. Kana mune one language affect nezvitsika zvina basa unogonenda machangani kwedu kucheredzo machangani they are almost there paculture yavo even chero mawanirana vanoita even zvechi ndozvavatori even chero vakadzi vacho but if you come kwatiri kumakaranga ukatarisa even mukadzi wedu wechikaranga chaiwo watonzi waverenga mabhuku zvakutoneka zvinhu zvacho uri kutoona ndikuona kuti I don't know how to explain this, but kuna mambo culture mzimbabwe no
anachiyera
kuti vana vamwe vanhu vachita maculture avo sisi machanga toka machanga actually even though munhu akadzidza chakasina you can't see that saka language kungoita mbiri kungoita imwe vanhu vanobatana dzikangoita mbiri nhatu zvakutonetsa because imwe yakuholda much value because of ndivanani vari kuitawo.
Yeah, but bottom line, I think, you know what, I can still speak English and still teach. I think maybe if we say our values, our cultural values.
Icho chinonzitsika chii
tisina time yekubvunza mubvunzo wakareba uyu
tsika kuti mamuka sei maita basa. We are actually limiting our
No, we are limiting ourselves. There's more to it.
Starts from dressing, goes beyond that.
Yeah.
No, ndiri kuti pamaculture right mira tingotaura very fast language culture zvanaita zvazvo kuti pane anonzi mainuit vanhu vekucanada ana greenland vanaisara vane language yavo and in their language pane mamwe maphrases embrace things, their values. Like snow is something that's important to them. Saka snow ine ma names akawanda in their language. Because I'm a Greek, love is of value to them. And saka language yavo pachezvayo ine ma words akawanda anoratidza anotaura about love. And for them it reminds them, constantly reminds them about their culture, their the value of love to them. Ava futi the value of snow to them. Isusu tikaramba tangoti ndi paenglish hatichaziye kuti zvonyore tishona because ukataura nyaya nechishona ngano chachedzo mastorytelling dzataitwa nanambo ezvo zvanambo havachatari ngano nechishona vana vachavanzwi and vanoramba vakaembrace their languages. How? So I'm saying yes ngatidzidze chirungu so that hapaitike language barrier but chiita kuti mwana wako azive some values dzenyu dzechishona neculture yenyu yechishona and of course atokanenge sombori right pane zvese zvatataura and we stand to be corrected as we said. Please help us tibatsirane. This has been very fun. Thank you Pastor Joy for joining us. Thank you Tony.
Pleasure.
Tona akapeka zijuice makazara naro mjuice. But anyway, this episode is inspired by Kaimates and we're hosted by Ferry Cafe. Please do come through number 181 Actuarius Road. Do you want to say bye to where can we find you actually? The platforms.
So I'm the old school type of account. I'm on Facebook. Joy Gwinjis and Olga.
Joy Gwinjis and Olga.
Yes, I'm on Facebook. I Instagram, Twitter. I'm on Twitter actually.
Yeah, Twitter for me is toxic.
Yeah, so but Facebook works for me. Yeah, but yeah.
Not all about it. No one's a food here. Go on. I know so. Nimandira nda chirungu asingati mwana akatarashano.
Wakubereka rakanzi John zita. Shoreza kudzidza chikaranga chako. Uyu wanzi Andrew. Imbozotafara wana mudzimba yo.
Even mazita edu zangu wa chirungu. On.
Anyway, ndo wali kwamba Shine Chickens page pa Facebook and also the next now about across my social media also to start to share this to one where you got.
All right. Another point another see right do it out. Mandevele avasi culture yavo avasi language yavo nyango akadzidza chirungu ndevele vanoitaura enje akangantsvatsvara chirungu zvezvo kuti unosvikora chirungu avasekani isusu mashona akavhuna chirungu izvo so nombotesa kuside
like when you start saying determine.
Determine.
It's determined. Fraud is fraud.
Determine is not determine.
You see now,
and another thing is that mashona atide kudzidza mamwe languages asiri English. Mandevele anoda kudzidza shona. Do you know that this place the stuff epana Mandevele but they are speaking shona izvo so amusitozvizive.
Havana option.
Vanayo
havana option. Haungawi mara zvitaura ndevele.
And you know what you just said about the Ndebele embracing the culture. Mandebele and the South African, the Sotho, the Zulu, the way the traditional garments, Nechichi, is also my show naga Atina because the kids are just Atina advantage. We don't have anything. So
anyway, thank you very much for joining us. And please don't run away from Zimbabwe muchiti litodzi chiro mutonorarama life iri better. Kunoku kune life iri good. Wona matiri. Wona zvatakapfeka icho ichi.
Yeah, and we're still speaking English.
Exactly. So yeah, thank you for joining us, guys. We are out.